Hello everyone, this is All That Boots. Today, we're sharing a comparison review after personally wearing two Nike budget-level soccer cleats that we previously introduced. Let's get started. Both of these soccer cleats use the same upper materials found in Nike's Pro-Tier Turf models. The Mercurial Vapor 16 Pro AG uses a Flyknit upper. When I touched it with my hand, I expected it to feel slippery on the ball. But once I actually wore them and controlled the ball, I didn't feel any slipperiness at all. Instead, it offered a decent amount of grip on contact, providing a very satisfying touch. The Phantom 6 Pro AG uses Nike's Venom Skin upper. It felt stiff and rubbery by hand, and that same feeling carried over during actual play. Personally, I found the material quite unique and distinctive. When it comes to the fit of the upper, both soccer cleats felt noticeably narrower than Pro-Tier Turf models. Even after wearing them for 2 to 3 sessions, numbness on the sides of the foot continued due to the narrow width. For the Mercurial Vapor 16 Pro AG, the toe box felt narrow and low. My feet felt compressed overall, especially the front area where I felt a strong pressure on my toes. It didn't feel like a snug fit, it just felt tight. There is some heel cushioning, and Nike's Zoom technology is applied under the foot. However, the biggest downside I felt was the heel lockdown. It wasn't bad enough to affect performance, but heel slippage was noticeable while playing. The Phantom 6 Pro AG has a more flexible upper than the Vapor, making it feel more comfortable and more form-fitting. However, the coated line on the outer side of the foot pressed against the midfoot area, causing numbness there as well. As for the heel, it had some cushioning and provided strong lockdown, eliminating any heel lift. Both soccer cleats provided decent traction. However, I felt the studs were slightly long for AG standards. On well-maintained artificial turf, I felt secure enough, but on poorly maintained surfaces, the longer studs made the cleats feel a bit unstable. I also noticed a difference in outsole thickness. The Vapor felt more standard overall, while the Phantom 6 felt thinner underfoot, making the ground more noticeable. It wasn't to the point of stud pressure, but the difference was definitely there. In terms of stiffness, the Vapor's outsole felt a bit more rigid. When testing kicking and shooting, neither soccer cleat offered a particularly strong kicking identity, likely because these are budget-level models. That said, when comparing the two, the Mercurial Vapor 16 felt like it transferred power slightly better. I believe this is related to the outsole stiffness mentioned earlier. The Phantom 6 felt a bit weaker in power, but thanks to its grippier upper, it provided slightly better accuracy. While dribbling, both cleats felt lightweight and never heavy on the feet. However, similar to the turf version, the Phantom 6's strong grip sometimes made the ball stick to the foot a bit more than expected. I think a short adjustment period is needed for dribbling and ball control with this model. For reference, this review was conducted by a player with a foot length of 268 millimeters and width of 100 millimeters. The reviewer normally wears US 9.5 in Mercurial and Tiempo, and US 9 in Nike Phantom, Adidas, and Puma soccer cleats. For this test, the Mercurial Vapor 16 Pro AG was worn in US 9.5, and the Phantom 6 Pro AG in US 9. With these sizes, the width still felt narrow, and there was a slight amount of extra space in the toe. Personally, neither model felt particularly comfortable due to the overall narrow fit. But if I had to choose one, I would recommend the Phantom 6 Pro AG. Although both cleats are narrow, the Phantom 6.6S upper feels more flexible, creating less pressure on the foot. It's also lighter and has better heel lockdown, making it more satisfying overall. That's all for today. I hope this video was helpful, and All That Boots will return soon with more content.